They thought they had him stuck. But it was just a bit late. And now off of that fault line, Dirk is actually the one who's going to establish his presence.
Oh my goodness, how deep Boaster's gotten too. That's crazy.
And I don't know that Depp knows. They're so unaware. Yeah, they've taken care of Dirk, but as you mentioned, Boaster's behind enemy lines and there's no one to check him.
Yeah, and this is going to be the problem here. You need to get stalled. If you're going to go for a composition like this where you have double Sentinel, where you're going for a Gravwell nade inside of A lobby with the majority of your players.
Yeah.
Laz is going to be, I mean, if Fnatic gets these hits off, he's going to be rotating in this situation so frequently.
Yeah, this won't be fun. He's going to find himself in that position a lot. You know, to go back to the conversation we were having around Fnatic and how they don't really have to change their comps. And, you know, oftentimes when you see a team at the top, especially in a game like Valorant that's as volatile as it is, you go, oh, the rest of the pack is hot to trot, right? Like they're nipping at your heels, they're catching up to you. Art, it feels like, I don't think I've ever called you that on a broadcast before. I'm so sorry. It feels like they're so far ahead that they don't really have to worry about that quite yet. It just seems like there's such a big gap that they're tweaking the small things in their game.
No, for sure. I mean, look at different teams like Loud, for example, the Harbor Viper lovers.
Very good.
Moving away from that, right, to try to find an edge in the meta instead. Fnatic are just improving on the comps that they play so often. I mean, this is a classic C hit we've seen from them over and over. And at this point, yeah, they can start not even showing some of the new stuff that they've been working on.
Yeah, and you know there's something there, right? You know the brain trust of Manny and Boaster and everyone else on that staff. Anders, too, just recently joined staff again for this run. You know they have stuff prepped, but if you don't have to show it, that's the most ideal of situations.
Here.
Seems like another round that's easily going to go in favor of Fnatic here. Because you got 3 members from Zeta who are posted up in Garage, going to try to pop out, try to find some space. Crow does have a flash. Maybe you pop out through that or just die to the spike. It seems like that's what their goal is here.
Leo's just using his gun as a molly there through that smoke. They can't get through Garage at all. Remember on Fracture, Zeta did a pretty decent job on one of the anti-ecos, not the one where Boaster almost aced.
The other one.
Yeah. And here, Fnatic survive with 4 of their players alive. That usually isn't even a big deal, but that's where the snowball starts. That's where you get the same start you got on Fracture. What was it, like 6-0?
6-0, yeah.
Before Zeta got their first round?
Yeah, it starts in situations like this. Take a look at the buy for Fnatic. 3 rifles, 4 with the Bulldog, and then Boaster's Marshall. Oh, man. Never mind.
Yeah, actually always does that. Takes the cheap Marshall on the anti-eco. It's such a good weapon there, and then goes for a little bit of an upgrade, usually a Bulldog, something like that. But they shuffled a little bit there.
Yeah. They gave the Bulldog to Boaster and left the rifle in the hands of Leo.
Yeah. Just leader things. Ooh, the smoke miss. Dirk is normally supposed to be dashing up into that. I'm wondering if it's a miss or intentional. But that's the classic Dirk pop. Yeah. They're going to tap the plant and re-rotate through Garage. This is real old stuff here from Fnatic.
Depp is in so much trouble, man.
Yeah, he's got everybody on both sides right now.
And nobody around him. Well, he's done well to get the first. Aftershock's gonna clear him out. He somehow gets a second as Boaster's timing.
Yeah, slow there.
Yeah, just a bit.
And that leaves him in a 3v4.
3v3 now. The potential of a bonus.
I mean, when did Boaster had the Ferrari peek to his arsenal? Come on, man.
We're talking about them getting better, right? Little things like that. Dirk is smoked off. Tucked behind the Astra smoke. Boaster falls. Leo falls too. It's going to be Dirk in a 1v3 if he wants to win this round. And he's not going to pull it off. Laz is on the swing. Zeta are on the board, and notably earlier than they were on Fracture.
Absolutely. Quickly in the anti-bonus. And they succeeded at that on that second half of Fracture, but they did lose quite a bit here. Again, Fnatic's going to easily be able to buy up. And here's where, you know, the trouble started for Fnatic. The Aftershock is being used when Boaster's basically about to get there. I wonder if that actually slowed him down, but either way, not quite the round how Fnatic drew it up. And remember, that started from 2 different instances of Fnatic showing somewhere. They started with that B-pop and then going into Garage. Right after tapping the spike and getting out util from Zeta. Very well handled. Oh, both stunned up. That dart, oh, almost got a ping off. That would have just killed them both.
Durka did get past some of that early utility that was dumped into main.
Here.
Now look at this TP as well from Laz. Starting to see some of the tech come out.
Yeah.
And Bosa recalls the star, and that gives Laz the room to get out of there.
Oh, I think he saw it. I think he saw him, maybe on the second or third glance back, but the recalled star to suggest that Durka's passed, but they left him here.
Again, allows Laz to reposition though. That information that he was long is long gone. And Fnatic getting out of here. Durka with the lurk. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. 50 seconds still for Fnatic to make a play. Is Durka going to be the guy, or is it somewhere else on the map right now?
They just removed the trip.
That was from up close, right?
Yeah.
Down sewers. A potential fake going on right now. Durka might try to catch Laz. They're putting stars on C.
Look
the
at
drone
that.
as well, the stun coming through from
30
Chronicle.
seconds left.
It's not pulling everybody though.
No, but it did have them get off of their initial positions. 10 might be the only one who didn't move, and my goodness, he's got a judge on the other side of this box.
Laz came backside too, so this hold is still good from Zeta.
The judge might stop it by itself. Just one. 13 seconds left, the spike making its way, and you're right, Laz has not moved.
Oh, the flash, team
He's
flash.
still playing on side. Spike down just in the nick of time.
If he got that kill, it would have ended the round. And now instead, they have post-plant positions to play from.
You wonder here if that flash had gone a different way, what position we'd be in, but Fnatic with the advantage. Time on their side.
Gonna get the
Laz has
aftershock
gotten
off,
into
yes.
half. Yeah, the aftershock's gonna pull him
The
off, but he
stun.
did get halfway there. Chronicle has fallen. 3v2 in favor of Zeta. Alfir and Leo still up, still trying to make something happen, but it's Laz who cleans it up. Zeta tie us at 2.
And this is the first round all series that I really think Zeta had a good read on this situation the entire time. That's twice now, I would say, actually. Handling that B fake into the C hit last round, and now this C fake in this A hit.
Planted.
Wow.
Fnatic throwing it all at them. And despite some mistakes there from Zeta, I mean, it would have been round over if that team flash didn't come through from heaven on the Laz.
Yep.
He still makes it work, though. And nobody from Fnatic following up because there's just not that many bodies in that A hit
Here.
since everybody else is on the rest of the map. And the first eco for Fnatic. All series long.
It's crazy to say.
And it's still kind of strong, too. There's weapons here. There's a Vandal for Leo.
Yeah, there's fight behind this one. Showstopper from 10. Durka
he's dead
tries to
anyway.
get up top.
What?
No way!
Are you kidding me?
How does he dodge that? I mean, 10 still got his.
That thing must have gone through the door, not done any damage to him at all. And it's crazy that nobody else died there. You thought for sure full attention was on Durka. Instead, now we're in such a weird situation. At least 10 was able to get Boaster with a nade as he fell to his Sheriff. And Fnatic without their leader right now. Gonna just post up and hit this A side anyways. No smokes.
Game's easier this way to call from, right? When you're dead, just watching.
The Angel method doesn't apply to everybody here.
We'll see if that's the case in this round. Crow spamming through the smokes. Durka's about to pop out on the other side. Finds one with the Guardian. Padep is there on the counter.
I mean, that space for this plant to go down, that space for the Rolling Thunder, but they've got the lockdown to fall into. And there's no more tools here to break that, so. Oh, and they're falling into Laz. Oh, this is dangerous.
Yeah, they've got to go all the way out. I mean, there's a little bit of an angle.
And the Gravo coming in too. Leo's in trouble.
Oh, well, I didn't know if he'd expect the second, but the bait of the Sheriff thrown in his lap is going to give it
There's a
away.
dart in
Meanwhile,
the smoke.
Sugar Zero tried getting it to half, wasn't able to stick through. Leo's dropped. It's all into Alpha, and he was stuck the entire time.
Do have to say, though, despite the fact that Zeta win this round,
It's good.
they had to spend some key ults there that would have been crucial against Fnatic's guns. Either way, though, I think Fnatic had a massive chance there, so Zeta in damage control is okay. Yeah, it did go through that door.
That's just crazy.
But everything else working out for them. I mean, that lockdown comes in at the perfect time, and it pushes them right into Laz's flank. Who expects the flanking chamber with the tour de force?
The classic.
Big stack of ults here, though, from Fnatic. And they're going for the C hit instantly. Look at this. All grouped up, ready to go.
Laz bought an op. got the money for it, but Fnatic are headed all towards C. You're right. Durka's on the dash out, Blades online, and he's instantly dropped. I mean, Depp just peeked out from behind that smoke with nothing behind it.
It's crazy to me that they're executing there without a stun from Chronicle. He's able to use it after he's out. Cosmic Divide's going to allow them to get off site.
Oh. On that Rolling Thunder. Surprised they invested it as early as they did, but push Zeta back, push them behind that Cosmic Divide once more.
The Sugar Zero, he just got a smoke back so they could smoke off the spike here. This is still going to be really dangerous for Fnatic. They all fell off except for Alfir.
You've got Leo with the Hunter's Fury. You've got Boaster who just put a star on the spike too.
They're going to let him get to half here?
No, just barely.
Just got pulled.
A dart. Leo with the Hunter's Fury, as we mentioned, he had a shock to, and Alfir was on the pinch. He gets two, he gets the third. Leo gets the last, and that's a round for Fnatic.
And look at the Sentinel utility right now. You see the alarm bot in Garage. There's a trip in Garage, and there's a turret in B. Alfir is able to dodge it all as the KJ is the first pick. Depp fell instantly in this situation. And that allows Alfir to go up through Garage, avoid the turret that's not active, and find the one place where he can sneak his way through. That's ridiculous. It's the first time I'm really coming to terms with the fact that Depp right now has been the guy who's been playing Jet for Zeta throughout Pacific, throughout LCQ as well. And he's not unfamiliar with the KJ role, but such a shift from Zeta since LCQ.
What do they have here? See Zeta with this light buy, a Bulldog and a Stinger. 10 trying to hold him back with the Sheriff as Durka, slips the net. Seems like they're going to want to regress. Meanwhile, Zeta are taking the space that's been afforded to them, that's been allowed to them mid.
And Alfir,
watching here.
Key timing there. He just pulled away his turret right as they walk down. So you could put it. Is he really going to invest lockdown here?
He's considering it. You see the dart, you see the flash intended to conceal the info gathering tool that's there. The alarm bot gives him away.
Oh,
they're going to turn and they're going to fight. But Leo's the first to fall. I mean, they have bit off perhaps a bit too much here, but they continue to trample forward. Durka caught looking the wrong way, creating so much space for Zeta to take. But they're resetting. They're taking a step back.
All coming in from spawn now. And that's uncertainty, although Alfir did get that turret up, so they kind of know what's going on in this situation.
I like this from Zeta, though. They took a step back to allow Crow to heal him all the way back up and take the fight once more. But is that going to be enough? Depp has already fallen. Oh my gosh, it's not. 10's going to have to 1v3 this to win the round. And with 20 HP, I just don't know how he does.
So well done from Boaster.
I mean, look at those smokes, man. Paving his way out and paving his way right back in. You see him creeping on the other side of his smoke. 10's on the tap. He was wise to it, but it's not gotten to half yet. He still has so much he needs to do. It's just a bait. It's just a fake. It's going to buy some time. No idea where Alfir was. And the round for Fnatic.
And that's tough to read there. As the final player, when you see Boaster put both smokes down and continue to play in them, you can tell he's, if you're the last player from Zeta there, you're not really quite sure how the rest of the players are playing. You think he's coming from long, given how Boaster's scared to leave short in that instance. It's crazy to me. He's just fighting right now. Gets that double tap right here on the Chrome and Laz. It's ridiculous. And the thing is, he has 2 stars there. Nothing is smoked. He's happy to take those engagements against the light buy of Zeta.
The spacing from Zeta there wasn't great either.
That's what happens when you're calling audibles to retake after going for, what was it, a quadruple flank in the mid-round.
Yeah.
Split coming in here, avoiding the op of Laz as well.
And there's really no one here, at least instantly. Durka gets penned through the wall, but there's no one playing on site. Zeta are ready to pounce, so they've already rotated. Everyone with the exception of Laz. But they're not going to flood.
Yeah, Alfir are active there. They can't flood, given that there was so much pressure on this space right here that they're using that Trailblazer back in through. This is a spam game, and Alfir's just winning everything.
He's just that good.
Revealing area.
They're going to try to pop through this. But they have to deal with the dart first. Cleared out. Alfir once again on the flank. timing of it's going to be everything, but the truth is, I don't know that Zeta are going to be able to really find enough space to get out onto the site for the flank to even matter. And even if they do, they're pushing right into the teeth of Fnatic, into everything they have set up. Yeah, Laz gets one is a complimentary gift, I guess.
He's behind him.
Laz is ready for it. Oh, he was so close. Does he push? Does he dare swing out? Yes, he does. Off of the flash from Chronicle. The op is down.
That flash is through B into their spawn. It's just ridiculous from Chronicle and Alpha. That synergy is insane. This is crazy because Alpha twice there. He's trying to spam through Garage at that first point. One of the kills actually went for Sugar Zero on that engagement. I think it was actually favored for the Zeta players. But then he's hidden behind the box. They know where he is, and he still gets the kill.
Yeah.
What can you do? It's the Tokyo form from Alpha where it's like, oh, this guy, he just runs through smokes and kills two as Cypher. Yeah, okay. Let him have it.
I don't remember exactly what his final stat line was on the other side of Fracture, but he's already looking to replicate that.
Yep.
As Zeta call a timeout, the Sentinel for Fnatic, 10-3 on the attacking side of Haven, no less. I mean, you expect him to have big numbers performance on the defensive side, given his kit, given his role, but he's just fragging.
Yeah. I think you said it was a quiet, like 20-20 bomb or something like that on Fracture at some point during that game. This one doesn't feel like that anymore.
No, no, not at all.
Clear, memorable moments, and I think they've actually needed it here because Zeta's putting up a much better fight than on Fracture. I think we're still thinking about that narrative that the desk was talking about where 10 didn't get any of those initial first kills on Fracture. 0-6 on that one as the Neon.
It's a brutal stat line.
And he's definitely much better on the Rays. His form at LCQ was crazy. He was so good individually. It's just the decision-making lacking for him. We'll see if he can step it up.
This is just a headhunter. What?
I'm curious how Durka did that jumpy because he was super high and he still got taken out. I think he jumped off the little hay bale.
It looked like it hit him in the shoulder.
Just chamber things.
Yeah, I guess. I was concerned too. I mean, Laz was by himself, and yeah, he had the TP to get out, but yeah, I guess that's exactly what he needed. That was all he really had in that instance. Meanwhile, for Fnatic, you see how they're posted up right now.
Just beautiful from Alfier. It doesn't actually take it down, though, because it's on top of the box.
Yeah, but I was wondering, too, they were expecting aggression from Long, and that's where you see Alfier getting a little bit of it, but it was actually Chronicle who was waiting for that, waiting for Laz to take that space, and it never came.
I mean, when you get so much ability to peek both sides of B like that for free, you're easily picking off rotates. I'm surprised Sugar Zero's not placing down stars there. But he has so many already pre-placed, so you can't really dynamically help. There's the grab well, though.
Remember, Zeta are on this light buy here, and you've got them already beginning to crumble. Sugar Zero's the only one on the other side of double door, but they've already lost C.
This smoke, are they going to check it? It's so sus.
Oh, no. You're absolutely right, it was. But now it's up, now they know. And this may be pulled off. Sugar Zero and Def are the only ones up, and they are. They're going to pull it off with a light buy. With less than ideal weaponry, a MasterCard Thrifty to come through for Zeta.
I mean, just genius from Sugar Zero. That's the type of thing that we know and love from this guy on the international stage. So often you see plays like that. I mean, I call it sus because I knew what's going on, but that's actually just a, wow.
What?
This is a pretty normal smoke on Garage,
Dude,
actually.
You know what's crazy, too, is they spammed it. They checked him.
Yeah. Just unlucky.
That's just so frustrating as a player.
And they've kept this game very close. We're into the next round already. Nade Gravwell going through a lobby.
No one there.
And we're going fast for that Durka pop on B. It's a classic for Fnatic. But they've never actually gotten the plant down on B. And it looks like for once it actually would have worked out.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yep. You mentioned it. He's in form. Man, is he in form. Those Seekers are going to be pulling in right behind them, but Fnatic should have a lot of room to work on C.
And they took a lot of time to clear Durka there, but still quickly doing it before the spike goes down. So, Razel to clear, actually, to try to find Durka. Instead,
wait,
they're falling off site.
Yeah, there's still two on site. But it was blind. They had no idea. I don't know that you're expecting both of them up here on the other side of the Cosmic Divide where you are, where you're posted up, but 10 was, he was ready. It's all down to Alfier and Leo, and they're investing everything into this. On the other side of the wall, Alfier clothesline, Leo dropped as well. Depp with 3 and Zeta are gonna tie us up.
What an interesting decision, but I mean, crazy mind games going on there with the ults. I mean, Fnatic already expecting it. That's why they have 2 players on site still. That's why Chronicle and Boaster are posted up backside, knowing they can't play full retake from long, or post plant from long. And it hurts them though, because the Razor comes through and then you really don't have the tools if you lose those fights backside. Right. I mean, it's kind of all in there. So Alfier comes up with a pretty creative way to try to challenge, but not quite enough. Also credit to Leo as well. And Zeta to actually be on top of Leo, swinging through that wall so fast and proactively. We're all tied up still here.
Certainly not what I was expecting to say given the situation, but Sugar0 once again playing in the smokes, and this time Leo's not missing that spam.
I mean, he's so good. They got the lockdown out with 1:30 on the clock.
I mean, so far ahead of schedule. Such a reactive pull of the trigger from Zeta.
I mean, they definitely didn't want that spike to go down. They didn't want to retake. They didn't have the tools for it, I guess, in this instance. They've been relying a lot on some ults when they actually win those C retakes. But not all the time. And the Durgapop still looks active. Look at this Molly, actually, to counteract it. He doesn't have the dash or updraft, as he already went for that C execute, so not actually going to be used, but can't deny the plant still.
Cool idea, nonetheless. Fault line to clears for Durka to fight, take some space. Oh, the teleport cleared out.
That's interesting. That teleport should tell you exactly what Laz is doing, so Alfier should be ready for this peak.
Expecting some aggression from C-Link. Meanwhile, Depp is going to try to take some space through double doors and look at Alpha. In such a good spot. In a position to spoil. While 10 creeps forward, and there it is. There's the spoiler play. They're going to invest Rolling Thunder, and it doesn't seem like they're going to push behind it because they don't really have to.
Yeah. I mean, Boaster was up close with the judge. They spent so much time to, cautiously take him out, but it didn't really even matter if he went down because Chronicle was holding that breach ult the entire time.
Yeah.
On any of the swings that happened, if they swung on Alfier, if they swung on Boaster up close, both were going to get breach ulted.
I think they're trying to hunt and get this weapon out of the hands of Zeta. Laz still has the op. It's actually Crow that's going to be found, so Laz will be safe. That's going to get carried over.
Last round before the
I don't think you can really drop there. Yeah, 2.7K. So taking one weapon out there at the end. It's not the op, sure, but
that's
going this last round, yeah, you're going to have like a judge investment here out of 10. It's been a close game. A very close map. I think we're still getting whiplash from the fact that Fracture was so dominant from Fnatic.
There's going to be an early peak, and I wonder if Alfier is going to challenge on this.
He's been very fast up mid, so I wouldn't be surprised, but it's so often you see this turret just put down. And after that shot, it's crazy to see him swing wide.
Look at that defensive setup. All that Killjoy utility for Zeta towards A. And I actually wondered who was going to try to be farming these orbs, and it was Fnatic who got the Hunter's Fury online. Op still in the hands of Laz. And there's just no challenge that way. So you wonder here for Fnatic, it feels like it's all about timing. If they can get Chronicle's fault line back up and Leo's dart back up, combining it with his ult.
The crazy thing is they're Crow. I mean, this
was
util here on A is crazy. That flash, Fnatic were hiding from all of it. 10 stun.
Dude, I thought they didn't check it, but man, there it is. Now the Hunter's Fury out. You see an assist for both.
That's all that KJ util down.
I mean, it's all gone. It's still littering the site, but it's completely ineffective. Sugar0 ahead of it, trying to make a play, and he does on a Chronicle. The spike sitting on the ground now as Leo tries to fill behind it. Zeta trying to keep Fnatic back, and so far, so good. But Alfier again.
Leo got the spike too. He's out of there.
The question is, how far up does Alfier go? He's picked up the op, and they're going to go C? Alfier still has 2 nanos.
This is pretty awesome here, though. He's on that long angle. And now.
No way.
That dog should have heard him fall back there, but look at the flank as well coming in. Leo does get a spawn plant. It's not the best spawn plant, but it is definitely one. Alpha can peek that from that little corner.
Leo's dart just came up. Patience here. There is a member playing down long at Sugar Zero, and you're right, there it is, the op, the peek out. Oof, that flick just a bit short.
Oh, the two mollies you were mentioning too coming into effect right now.
He still has a dart, he's still holding it. He knows where one is, but no real idea of where the other is now. Position given away. Oh gosh, Crow can pull this off. 2 bullets though, is it gonna be enough? Leo repositioning, playing up in plat, time is short. He's gotten it down to 1, he's gonna push forward with the shorty! Leo lands the shots! 7 for Fnatic in the Red Bull clutch.
It's perfectly played from the two of them. As we head into halftime, this is just crazy from Alfia and Leo. What a 1v2. And the timing there, Sugar Zero's desperately trying to get onto half as he jumps through with that shorty.
I just needed to, that was, you're right, Hail Mary type beat in a position like that. And you can see Leo's expression, or well, the lack thereof, in a close moment like that, pulling that off. That gets Fnatic to a 7-5 lead, and we've got a little special something standing by. That's Golden Boy, who's actually gonna pick the brains of a fan in the crowd. Golden Boy, take it away.
Thank you so much, fellas. I want everyone in the arena to give me a minute here and give a round of applause for Widget coming all the way from Japan over here in California to support his favorite team, Zeta Division, who are looking pretty decent right now. So, firstly, how far was that trip for you from Nagaoka, Japan, till here?
まず長岡からの、ここまでのとこどのぐらい時間かかりましたか？
待機時間含めて20時間ぐらい。
So including the layovers, it's about 20 hours.
20 hours to watch. I mean, whew. Okay, I respect that, brother. In any case, though, it was your dream to come here to Champions, to watch the games, to be amongst this crowd here in LA. Yeah, give it up one more again. Why did you want to come so bad? What was the reasoning for you coming here besides watching some great Valorant?
チャンピオンズ、この夢の舞台にここまで長岡から長距離渡航してきた理由を教えてもらえますか？
マスターズ東京でライオットのスタッフの方と出会って、でそこからそのお礼をしたいと思って LA に来て、ライオットのインターナショナルスタッフに直接お礼しに来ました。
So I was fortunate enough to meet a Riot staff when I was attending Masters Tokyo, and I wanted to come here to show my appreciation to the Riot staff. That's why I'm here.
Oh, that is okay. We did an awe, a cursory awe. All right, well, that's awesome. And of course, any words for the folks watching back at home in Japan, but also for the Zeta guys as they get ready for this next half?
最後に、日本で応援しているファンの皆様と、この次のゼータディビジョンの、チームに向けて何かメッセージあればお願いします。
このまま頑張って、日本の皆さん、朝早くから皆さん一緒に頑張っていきましょう。ゼータファイティング。
That's it, baby. Let's send it back over.
Zeta fighting indeed. They find themselves down 2 rounds, but now the attacking side on Haven, which should be a bit more favored. Ball, we'll see what Zeta can do here as they're all bunched up towards A currently.
It's going to be tough as you already see this aggression from Fnatic go down mid. Yes, bunched up by A, and the timing from Sugar Zeros, he just barely misses.
Unreal.
And with all that said, none of the Sentinel util is up until Sewers. So right now, Boasters might have a clean peek on the Crow, who's going to be the last player in. He has the spike, guys.
Meanwhile, Fnatic have everything. If they get suspicion of where they are, Chronicle can drop a fault line, and this could be disaster.
And I wonder as well, okay, they broke that trip immediately.
So now they know. Oh, maybe it was cleared. They just dropped another. You see this double Sentinel comp on the attacking side and all the layers that it has, the varying degrees of protection that it can offer.
They're going to have to flip into spawn here. Alfear's going to be able to hold on to that. And
He's
Durka falls, actually.
And he's going to have to. Oof. Depth traded, now down. Alpha still so healthy from up in heaven. And, I mean, they're not even really going to give him a chance to take the fight. Laz choosing not to pull the trigger, unaware. But he does with the frenzy. Now the headhunter still up in play. He's going to have to get 3, and he cannot. It's Leo who does. Boaster on the defuse, and Fnatic with 8.
And that's all 4 pistols so far for Fnatic as well. They put such an emphasis into these. And this one doesn't even feel that special.
No.
I mean, special in terms of Leo's ability to frag as always, but my goodness, they just walk down short and cause chaos for Zeta. I think one of the key things there is recognizing this comp cannot really take extra space once they go for those executes. I mean, you're playing people who are trying to be entrenched in Depp and Laz, and also, you know, playing with the combination of the Astra and the Raze. You want those players to be tucked still, holding positions, playing trap plays, those sorts of things. So once you get the option to flip, you can't really go for it. Forced up here, though, from Zeta.
In a considerable way, too. See the buy. They've invested everything. They did also flash down A to make sure there's no one coming through and then turn their sights all towards B. You see the gravity well, the nano. And it's actually just 10 who's gotten past. He's got a judge. He's trying to get up close on Durka, and he does.
Oh, this stun's going to punish him, though, but gets out with his satchel. Clean movement.
They should know now that there is a little bit more bite on the other side of this, but Leo's Vandal and Chronicle, too. I mean, you thought you forced into it, and that would be enough, but in the face of these rifles, can you make it work? It's all onto Crow. He does have a little bit of a stinger. Woo, almost hit the transfer, almost gets a second. Still wouldn't have been enough.
And just like Fracture, a little bit more damage done on that second.
Yeah.
Eco round attempt, but this time it was a full force, right? They still get that spike down so they can go for the same sort of punch. We'll see what they choose to do, because at this point they need to get back in this before Fnatic start converting rounds like this, and the one coming up, which they're actually having to reinvest a lot. I'm quite certain here the bonus will be canceled now.
Yeah.
But it is an anti-eco kind of, so yeah, it is full. Not even a stinger bot, just Sheriff's light armor for Zeta. Plus Leo has his ult at this point because the 2 3Ks that he got.
I mean, Durka's so fast on this. Chronicle didn't even fault line to get him in that position. He just took the space quickly. So he saves that early bit of utility. Meanwhile, Alfier gets dropped.
Oh!
All right, the frenzies are working. Gonna be able to flip in towards C. Leo's the only one who's close by currently. He's got the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, he has to clear Garage before he's comfortable to do it. And now Crow actually popped his Seekers, so holy shocks. 10!
Oh!
Aftershock as well to deny the plant. Crow might go down to it. No, I think it missed, actually.
Either way, Spike goes down. Leo still with that ult. Look at how far Zeta are playing back. You've got Depp who's waiting outside double door. Sugar Zero who's playing even further back with the alarm bot to make sure there's no flank coming in through B.
Yeah, but note, it isn't planted for long, so deep positions won't be the greatest here. It's planted default, very safe.
Oh my gosh. What a shot. Leo joining in on the action as well, and it all falls down to one Sheriff with how promising it looked.
Jesus. Leo is constantly bailing them out, man. I mean, specifically this Haven is not the most perfect game from Fnatic, but I was talking a lot about the strategic difference between them and other teams. And this game, it comes down a lot to that individual level. Leo, 19-6. Durka, meanwhile, 6-13. Adds a little contribution to this round, but it's all Leo this half.
Poor guy's probably never going to play Jet again. Given all the talks we've had about it.
Yeah, he's a Raze one trick now.
Late timeout called from Zeta Division. They're down 5 rounds here. And much like you were saying, Bala, they look a little bit better, right? They're putting up more of a fight than they did on Fracture, but it's been far from nice, to be honest.
I mean, scoreline might end up being the same at the end of it.
Yeah.
And this early in the half, I really can't even point to much for Zeta to adjust.
No.
On this attacking side, I thought that this comp was always going to be a little bit of a struggle on this half. It's not something that we had much time to really dive into, but with the double Sentinel, it's always going to be tough. I think one thing that we saw when teams have run similar comps in the past is you could have a lot of really spread defaults where you could focus attention through one lane of the map with much, much more presence. The map control comes a lot easier. But that's not even working right now for Zeta, because Fnatic multiple times now, they've run down mid, they've run down A lobby, and they're not able to punish the players who are doing some things like that.
Careful
We'll have to
here.
see where the rest of this comes into. First big gun round here for Zeta.
Yeah, and it's I mean, to say big is probably selling it a bit short. Laz has an op. Durka's already so far up, and again, the fault line has not been invested. It's off of the recalled star that he finds just a little bit of space, but it seems like Laz...
try ult from
He
Leo.
doesn't know.
Oh, the spam,
What?
bro!
How did
he
he
get traded
know?
back? Nothing found. Only one tag to Laz, and Crow's going to heal him right back up. That is such a good read from Zeta there. I wonder if Durka showed his gun, but he's struggling this game.
And I think there are two things here to talk about. Yes, Durka got dropped, but I think also the Hunter's Fury invested. If it was maybe just one, it doesn't feel as bad. But an excellent read by Zeta.
This is still a lot of work being done here from Boaster on this deep push down long C.
He's patient, but how patient will he be? Dep's waiting on the other side. Less patient, but what a flick. Snappy out from the Sentinel.
And this is why Dep was the guy who a lot of people were putting the onus on for Zeta to do well in this tournament.
Oh, Alfear's really far ahead of everything here. He used the timing from the Nano to take some space, and he tried getting a second, but only one was found.
A great satchel from 10, though.
Chronicle and Leo, the two initiators, excuse me. One found, the second trying to snap on it, not doing so. That aftershock's not gonna feel good, but the timing from Laz on the swing is great.
Not much found from Fnatic there on that early aggression, and Zeta does such a great job to handle everything. I think that flick from Dep is just so crucial.
What?
It was last spotted something, and they called it out.
I saw a ping on the minimap, you're right.
And as well, when you see that recall, everything like that, that's definitely a read that can be made. That's somewhere where you can frequently spam and find in ranked lurking Reynas in most cases, but here Durka trying to be cheeky. But he's got the op online now able to take a fight against Laz. And he's going aggressive still.
Well, it's all set up off of Leo. Well timed. I thought he was going to get caught with his pants down, but no.
And both Astra's recalling stars there for everybody to fall off on. In those moments, you know there's been a killing field that must be evacuated.
We're going to get a little op battle, are we? Durka's weak. The flash to give Laz the angle. Does he dare re-peek?
Surely not.
He's considering it, but he takes a safer angle here.
Channel Kong here.
Yeah, just swing out.
Another star onto him. It's interesting because you would expect Laz to want to be taking these fights.
I mean, he's posted up for it. That Trailblazers, I don't know if that's going to reach far enough.
Oh, you missed it.
But never mind, it certainly does.
Those things go far, man.
Yeah,
way
they do,
farther
bro.
than you expect. Another recall from Sugar Zero. He has 2 stars ready for this execute. But that means there's not a grab wall, there's no stun, which are necessary to deal with both Durka and Leo on this site. With
30
Chronicle as
seconds
well
left.
coming in, he has fault line, everything. There's
got
no
everything.
go here. 25 seconds, they've got to commit.
Well, this is comfort zone for Zeta, though. They like to burn the clock down. What? What? We're going to have to take a look at that one more time.
Yeah, but look at this. There's still no time here.
Yeah, the spike is still not out. Leo's able to provide a little bit of cover and buy some time, but they're going to crumble. Can Alfear do this on his own? He's gotten the first. He's got to stop the plant! But Alfear with a massive Red Bull clutch for Fnatic. Alfear does it again.
Through the window. Down onto site. And he does it sideways. This is just crazy. And Crow had to commit to that plant.
Yeah, he had no choice.
I mean, he could have got off and got the final kill, but
that's so risky.
the duality of Mini there.
Yeah.
You want to
No
play?
kidding.
Let's play.
Mini's a coach who just, you could tell over and over, demands perfection from his team. So despite winning a round, you're going to get frustrated when things aren't going their way. That one definitely looked lost, and then you have heroics that he can't help but celebrate too.
No, it is that coaching philosophy that leads to dynasties, though. And Fnatic are looking to get past Zeta to continue to cement theirs. Shot from Dirk. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's going to get away with the second.
How is he staying here?
He peeks a third time.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
look at Durka laughing on the camera. They were playing whack-a-mole.
Laz has the much better angle there. But Durka is just sitting in that when he really can't even see the head of Laz, and now he repositions. The jump spots to get Laz on the angle, but 10 doesn't do it wide enough, so.
I don't remember how many shots Laz has left. What, 2?
2, yeah.
We were robbed of this duel initially, but we're gonna get it this time, and Durka wins it out.
30 seconds left.
Those two. Now that we've had head-to-head battles between them, it's just perfect from Boaster.
Just so well played, so well timed.
There's
Look
a
at
dart,
that, dude.
there's
Yeah.
a stun,
Everything.
there's a peek.
You see that double initiator comp just being so good. Because what do you do in situations like that?
Yeah.
It just feels like you're being bullied.
It's not something that everybody can do, though. I mean, it's double
that's
initiator,
true.
sure, but it's Chronicle and Leo as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point.
Leo might be the best initiator util player in the world. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say easily.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure.
And Chronicle might be second best in the world. It's moments like that that you appreciate. And other teams are really starting to, you know, get up there with that sort of combination. But here it is. Match point now for Fnatic in their opening game.
5 of the last 6 for the Masters champions. Another duel, another win for Durka as he gets a second. Look how 10 was trying to take off and satchel his way forward, but he never had a chance.
You can hear that satchel ticking away.
Yeah.
Are you guys
10
cheering for an ace? There's only been 2 kills.
I respect it, though. I respect it.
That's me in my rank games for real.
That lockdown going to buy a little bit of time, but it really didn't push Fnatic back very much at all. He's got the blades.
Here
This
it comes.
might be where he goes for it. He's going to get some high ground.
He's waiting for the util here from Leo.
Spike planted.
And Chronicle.
Here.
What is it?
I've got your
Cosmic Divide going to push them back. He tries to get up high. Is there anyone who dares show ahead? Durka with 3. Now you chant. Now you ask for it. Durka looking for it all. He's going to have to push past the Cosmic Divide. The 4th and the 5th. The faithful shall be rewarded. Fnatic take down Zeta.
What a way to end it. It's Durkin time. Look at him go. Just a ridiculous showing from Fnatic that entire way through. And at the end of the day, it does look like domination.
Yep.
And that's what you expect coming into this series, no matter what Zeta looks like. No matter what, whether they look like LCQ form, whether they look like Reykjavik form, the best Zeta's ever played, you still expect that on that stage.
Yeah. Really a testament to, again, the strength of Fnatic and the expectations that the field has put on them, that they've put on themselves.
Yeah, they're going to continue to balloon here in this group, especially after you've just seen on the opposite side of their group, NRG get taken down early in that one. What a match.
What a dominant performance, man. Just complete.